Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 43 years. I'm going through the lessons again this year, asking Jesus for clarity, and then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing today. So let's get started. We're looking at lesson 252. The Son of God is my identity. Myself is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Its shimmering and perfect purity is far more brilliant than is any light that I have ever looked upon. Its love is limitless, with an intensity that holds all things within it in the calm of quiet certainty. Its strength comes not from burning impulses that move the world, but from the boundless love of God Himself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me who am your son, that I may awaken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me. Ooh, isn't that something? The theme here reassures us that despite appearances, we remain exactly as God created us, completely innocent. Jesus tells us there is no sin. Creation is unchanged. In lesson 251, we're told that the only need we have is for the truth. And today, we're encouraged to accept our true identity. This feels like a beautiful beginning to our return to heaven. I believe that if we fully accepted our true identity, we would know ourselves to be in heaven now. So I often remind myself that I am not this body personality construct that I have identified with. The world we made and the version we each believe in is compelling. And so I regularly lose track of that one essential truth. But I notice it happening and I return to true north again. There is a wonderful little ebook that I return to regularly. It is A Course in Miracles, The Direct Path by D. Macaulay. Macaulay offers this gem. The Course, like many other advanced paths, takes a very firm stand in regards to being. It tells us that we are already that. It tells us that we need do nothing, learn nothing, accomplish nothing. We must instead simply accept what is already true. It is this kind of obvious and simple approach that kept me reading. He reminds us repeatedly that we are spirit, but more than that, we are spirit only. Of all the helpful tips in this book, this simple statement is one that has had the most profound effect on me. It was not a new idea. Jesus tells us this often in the Course, but there was something about the way Macaulay phrased this that grabbed my attention and didn't let go. Another gem I received was that I needed to stop thinking about what I am and start being that. It was a radical idea for me at the time. How do I be spirit? Well, I already knew how to live as if I were a body, and I knew how to forgive and let go of the beliefs that drove that behavior and thinking. But to be spirit, to be the Son of God, because we already are, you know. I never forget that while much has been seen, nothing has happened. I am that which I seek. So why not embrace that? Start living that. This practice for me has been twofold. As I notice that am being a person living in fear, for instance, I forgive that belief. In most instances, this only takes a reminder these days. Then I remind myself that I'm spirit only. I am very firm about that. I let myself feel the conviction of that clear declaration of being. So my practice has become simplified, and that's a good thing. I practice the same thing repeatedly, and so it is beginning to sink in. How do I show up as spirit? Well, I don't look any different, But I do behave differently. I smile more and I treat people with respect, no matter who they are or how they treat me. I don't look at the body and let my sight stop there. I look beyond what the eyes show me to that which actually exists. I don't forget that they are spirit, part of our holy self, in no way separate from me. I help where I can. I give when I can. I love. Of course, there are days when I feel like a fake. My conviction wavers in the face of an ego onslaught. But vigilance, perseverance, and focus have paid off, and I return to certainty. The bottom line for me is that I accept Jesus as the author of the course, and so I'm believing. And for further encouragement, I turn to those who have already accomplished awakening and have let go of all identification with the self. All of God's creation is the same. What can be accomplished by one of us can be accomplished by all of us. After all, we're not making ourselves awake. We're just learning to shift our awareness to what is already true. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another reading. See you then.